Good evening, and welcome back to our quest through Slay the Princess. The last we left off, love prevailed, and yet it still led us to the same loop that we fell into before. I know it's been a while since I put something out for you guys, and I'm literally like, I'm getting like 3 or 4 videos done tonight. So hopefully I'm gonna get some of this shit out for y'all throughout the course of the week. It will be good to go, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. But in the meantime, y'all, let's dive back into this shit. Let's go.
You're here to slay her.
Yep, I know what's happening. So I want to know now what's gonna be different. Can't someone else do this? Yeah, no. Okay, I didn't think so. Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Thanks for telling me what to do. Okay, so let's go with, have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
But you don't know me like that, fam.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I mean, you don't know me like that. Silently continues to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yeah.
You'll find the princess within.
Sure
We're
will.
not gonna go through with this, right?
Yeah, we are.
He doesn't...
Yep, he sure fucking doesn't. Okay, what now? What's gonna be different?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine... The blade is your...
Yep. Alright, take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table.
Okay, what's gonna be different now? What are we doing?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Okay, so this is the evil princess
It's
again.
almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs
Okay.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly...
Okay, so since this is the evil
She really a
princess,
threat to the world.
let's release her.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
No, this knife's just for show. You know, I gotta complete the ensemble. You know, I'm actually here to let you go.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
We're gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Alright, so we're gonna try to figure out a way to
We'll be
release her.
fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know I'm here to kill you? Okay. Alright, so how do I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I didn't fucking ask you, bro. I asked the lady. The lady can speak for herself.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. What's your name? Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm here to release the evil princess. Getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Alright, so we use the
If
knife.
you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Okay.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I wonder if the narrator's really just the person who fucking locked her down here, you know? Homie's just way too sketchy. Besides cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Okay.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, look, the narrator's locked us down here again. Surprise, surprise.
Someone else here.
Dick. Okay, return to the bottom of the stairs.
Make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone.
Don't speak for me, bitch.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure
the
did.
knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, shut up. Stop being such a weenie hut. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
Alright.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
No, she
Free
didn't.
from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
This shit
forward
again?
and
Come on,
raises the
man.
blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Slay the princess. Okay, so I can't even slay her. I just have to warn
Stop
her.
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Okay.
I'll make this quick.
Ah, she's gonna kill us again. Okay.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Okay.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It's kind of lame though that like that's the only way that that can end. That I can't just leave with her. You
You're
know.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the you're here
Basement
to
is
slay
a
her.
princess. Blah blah blah. This has already happened. Okay, no. Proceed to the cabin. I'm not even gonna fucking talk to this bitch. I have nothing to say to him. He's an
Oh,
asshole.
boy. She will
Fuck
lie.
off.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
He sure did.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
The only clown around here, Mr. Narrator, is you. Excuse me. All right.
The interior of the cabin
Ooh.
is lesser, cozy,
Very
woodland
dungeonesque.
retreat, and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need
Yep.
it if you want to do this right.
Yep, and there's definitely not a mirror, even though there's a visible mirror, even though the mirror just doesn't exist. Okay, now the question is, do I want to take the blade again, or do I want to enter the basement? Because the name of the chapter is The Prisoner. So if there's a prisoner here, I'm gonna need something to probably break this prisoner out. Unless it's a metaphor, and I'm the prisoner trapped in an endless loop of misery and death, which is also very likely.
You take the blade from the table. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yep, that is true. Let's go. See, mirror doesn't exist. Not real.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Okay.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
Possibly not. I've also noticed the voice of the hero
Walk
hasn't
down the
checked.
stairs
Wow,
and
that's a lot
you
of
find the
chains.
princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Okay.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Yeah, for
Why
real.
would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Technically, it would. Which is odd.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That's a really weird thing to point out, too.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much. I need to see how locked up she is. I'm just going to leave her here. Sit with her. I'm going to sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Okay.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Interesting.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she
Okay.
asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
We do have to be respectful to a degree, you know? Gotta show her that if she is truly evil, and if we're going to be her henchmen, we have to know, and she has to know that we respect her and her authority.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've come to rescue you, madame. I've been here before, but anyone remembers that? That other chun on the wall. Who's it for? I think I'm just gonna leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone like that. My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Ah, interesting.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Okay, I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Uh-huh, okay.
So you've already been here.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Contingency?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Interesting. Has he gone into that much detail about this before? I feel like this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
No, I still would have stuck to it.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
And the alternative is what?
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Ah.
Get it? It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your
She's
mind
just
will
sitting here
swim to
watching me
those
have an
waters.
internal conversation with
Even
myself.
saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm not. I'm having an internal conflict. Okay, so what happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Okay.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me
Interesting.
like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Highly probable. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head's in shackles too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Ah.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident.
Yeah.
Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
This feels a lot deeper. Like this is going to be a lot heavier of a choice.
Let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
I'm not giving you a weapon that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? That is good. That's a
I
good
do.
option.
So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
That other chain on the wall,
I
what was
don't
it
know,
for?
but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
That's a... Am I looking too much into that, or is that...
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I could just, like, yeet the fucking blade and then lock myself in, like, ha, bitch, now we're both here. Inspect the shackle. No, that's a stupid fucking idea. Because the next thing I know, she's probably gonna fucking try to disarm me and all that jazz. I'm not getting... In case you forgot, you killed me with it last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
That's also an extremely valid reason. I cannot deny that.
So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
She sure doesn't. She's a woman that knows what she wants.
Yes, it's almost
I respect
like
that.
She's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Or
it's another bluff.
She's just doing what she needs to survive.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Okay, if you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you. You're the one in chains. Finish renegotiating. Okay, I'm trusting you. To believe I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. If that's how you're going to be, then I guess I have to do this. Alright, I think I'm going to leave you down here. I'm going to trust her. This is probably fucking stupid, but I'm going to trust her.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Till you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, well, we tried to take over your body.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
Nope, I could die all day because this is a video game and it has no real world consequences.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Oh, she freaky. She freaky.
No.
Watch an uneasy silence.
Her eyes
I've seen
stare
enough.
forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Oh.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
So she chose... Okay.
Her head twists slowly to the side.
Oh, wow.
Her shoulder.
Oh.
Her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
No.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
There's no way that was it, right? There has to be something else.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't be
You don't
disrespectful.
need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even
Ooh,
after all
I feel
that,
like
you're
these are
still
two
not
options.
satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I'm taking her with you. With me.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim my reward,
Open
I guess.
the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Except there is no world to step into, right?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... Over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
See, I knew. I was like, there's more to this.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Out with the hands again. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not for me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right.
It's not.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. I'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. What does that mean? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Rhetorical question.
Rhetorical. I rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
You think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's gonna happen? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have these vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him, and when I find him, the answer is he does. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him, truthfully.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay, valid, I guess. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Oh, is this the last stage? Are we almost ready to go? All right, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. A gratuitous vessel. Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. And at the end of this episode is where I will leave you. Okay, so I guess we have one more part to this. And I guess then we reach the thrilling conclusion of Slay the Princess, or at least possibly one of many endings that are available to us. So, you know, that's a thing. But wow, this has definitely been a really fun adventure still. I'm really loving this. This is so good. Confusing, mind you, but still good. And I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much as I am. And if you are enjoying it, please don't hesitate to give this video a like and a subscribe. If you feel like sharing it with your friends, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with the homeless person down the street. As long as you know they're not going to fucking hurt you. You know, if they're chill and if they just let's ask for like water or whatever, that's cool. That's cool. But don't do it with the person who gives off that threatening aura. Just keep yourself safe. Anyways, if you guys want to come hang out with me over on Twitch, head over to twitch.tv/KillTheHorizon, where I stream 3 to 4 days a week. Right now it's mostly 3. I don't have a whole lot of free time with the holidays going on, but that's bound to change eventually. And lastly, if you guys want to talk to me on any of the social media, that's all right down below in the description. So other than that, please be good to each other. And I will see you guys in the last episode, possibly, of Slay the Princess.